Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Bynack. With me, as always, is the producer of this shindig, Abigail Levy. No middle name. We have a great episode with Jeremie Albino. The music he plays is known as Americana, bluegrass, old-timey, folky. There's so many names for it. It's good. That's all that matters. And he's one of the I think as much as we shit on technology and social media, I discovered his music through an Instagram ad and liked it. And now we're here. I'm going to ask him about Instagram and if he follows us. Everyone follow us, Bothering the Band on Instagram. Oh man. Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for your patience there.
To the listeners, we had a little technical difficulty. Jeremie was kind enough to change locations for better internet. Thank God we live in the future, and thank you so much for doing that, man. And thank you for being
no
here.
Worries. Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm happy we found you on Instagram. Proving social media is good for people, right? That's right.
I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely
I wouldn't have met you without it. So I feel
Indeed.
like we're already pals. So here we go.
And it's definitely not the downfall of society. So we like to start every episode by saying, how are you and where are you?
How am I? I'm doing really well. I'm good. And I'm in Toronto, Ontario.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Canada.
Cool.
Yeah.
So my first question, that's what we thought. We did some research.
Okay. Nice.
And do you spell color with a U?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. Follow-up question. When you write it, do you make when you make a U, do you give it that little tail?
No. I don't think so.
No, when you like writing out a U or what is there? What about a J?
No,
do you put
little...
a dot? You put a dot on a J?
Yeah. Definitely.
That is.
Or put a T on it. Capital. Is that the T part?
Yeah, that's right. Do
people
still do the T part? The like horizontal? I know what you're talking about.
That's how you spell J. That's how you write J. Oh, no, maybe not. Do I even? Yeah, I usually do it. But I've always thought, ever since I was a kid, I always thought it was weird. I never would get it. It was always crooked. I always felt like a weird looking J.
I feel like that line on top of the J is definitely like a kid. You do when you're a kid, and slowly no one talks about it and it fades away.
Yeah, I think I still do it though.
That's called an arm, by the way.
An arm. Oh, yeah.
Wow. I'm a writer. I should know that.
I know all the things.
So we're curious if you've come across any other not weird, let's just say different spellings of Jeremie in your travels. And we'll tell you why.
I think maybe I've seen it like Jeremie with the A, Jeramy.
I'll let Abby tell you why we're asking this question.
Because my roommate is Jeremie as well. He's Jeramy.
EY. Oh, with the May. Oh, dang. No, I haven't seen that before.
Shout out to Jeremie.
Yeah, shout out Jeremie. Nice.
So it's really funny because I've poked fun at his spelling before, and then of course we're like, listen to this musician, he's great, and look how he spells Jeremie. So
yeah, it's funny though. Sometimes some people don't know it's Jeremie. Like, it's like French Canadian. My mom's French Canadian, and it's like French, but it's like I don't know. I've only known one other guy who spelt it like that, and then whenever I'm down whenever I'm down in the States, people like they look at my ID and they're like, Jeremiah. Just like like I guess there's more Jeremiahs in America than there are up here where I'm from, but it makes sense. My was just Jeremiah. So some people have called me Jeremiah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which I don't mind too. I like it's fun. It's a good story. Oh, or maybe that was a bad story, but
well, that just made it funny. So it's a win-win.
yeah.
Next question. When so in a bio I read musician, farmer, podcast enthusiast, not
Oh.
tire.
Wow.
Which
Who
one do
put
you
that together? Which one? Sorry, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna say one. What podcasts are you into?
I don't know. I feel like some of the classics, big fan of Radio Lab.
Okay.
Big fan of there's like Ear Hustle. You guys ever heard of Ear Hustle?
Yeah.
How come I'm blanking? I've got to say I've listened to like 2 of your episodes. Big fan of your show.
Thank you.
Listen to the Shad one and
yeah.
the Trey Burt one, and I listened to a bit of the what's his name, David Cross.
Yeah.
What else have I listened? I don't know. Let me pull it up. I could go on and on, I guess, but I always have to delete my downloaded podcast because I never have room.
I do the same thing because I just like any new comedy or music podcast. I'll be like, oh, download Future Ride. Will listen to this, and then I get to a fraction of them.
Yeah, I like 99% Invisible, classic.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Code Switch is a really good one. I don't know if you have to check that one out.
Toad like a frog? Toad?
Code
Switch. Okay. That was way off.
No, there's this revisionist history with Malcolm Gladwell I really like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know. I like a lot of stuff.
And then let's dial it back to not tire.
Oh yeah.
Where's that coming from?
I don't know. I guess I've always like when I was young, I joined the Boy Scouts and then I got really into knot tying. And I just like got really into it when I was like 13, 12, 14, I guess. I guess that was probably the age. And I joined like there's this thing called International Guild of Knot Tires. And you just get a newsletter and there's like the smaller branches of it. So like there's the North American Guild of Knot Tires and you get these little books and yeah, it's just cool. They just like talk about histories of like rope work and there's always like a bit of a like instructional on certain different kinds of knots. And I don't know, I just really got into it. It's like something my brain kind of was able to wrap around. I think I feel like some people can't really do knots. I don't know what it is. It's just like I could like look at an instruction to tie a knot and I'm like figure it out, and some people are just like can't do the left or right. I don't know. It's like a spatial thing, I guess, or I don't know. But yeah, I got really into it. Like when I was younger, I went and like backpacked through Europe, and like I found like this guy. His name was Des Pawson. He used to be the president of the International Guild of Knot Tires, and he had this like in his backyard. He had this like little museum, and I was like, I gotta go check out this museum. And I freaking went over to his place in the UK. I forget what town it was, but just was really into knots for a long time.
I bet you there's a connection between the like tactile like disassembling and tying of a knot to music, like music notes. I bet you someone smarter than me could make a connection.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I guess if I think about it, they kind of like after knot tying, I got into playing guitar and instruments and music, and I kind of fulfilled a lot of it, or like I don't know, felt like the passion I had for that was like similar, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Let me ask you this: are you good at math?
No, not really.
No, not particularly.
No.
Okay. Just curious. I didn't know if there was another connection. All right,
I wish.
Moving on. Farmer. Tell us it like, so do you own land? You got, I don't know, is there a cow behind you? I don't know how
No,
this
I'm in
works,
the
man.
yeah. I
Abby knows more than I do about farms.
oh yeah. Yeah. Are you living on a farm right now?
No, I just live near them.
Oh,
So he
okay.
assumes that means I know things.
Know about farms.
Yeah. I guess yeah. I got really into gardening when I was like pretty young, I guess, and which eventually led me to starting to work on farms and uh like basically on like my summers off I'd like go volunteer on like farms. There's this thing called woofing. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's like worldwide opportunities on organic farms, and it's just like a lot of people just do it for traveling. They just like go and they kind of trade their like labor for just like accommodations and food and just like the experience, I guess.
I wish I would have known that when I was like 21.
I have a bunch of
Yeah,
friends that did that.
yeah, it's pretty. I don't know. Loved it. I mean, it brought me to a career. Like if I hadn't done that, I like probably would. I don't know what I've been doing, but it led me into farming.
Mhm.
Like I was just interested in growing food, and I ended up like first starting working at this farm out in Quebec, like right near my aunt's place. And so I'd like during summers, I just like I was working with my dad during the summer, and then I'd take it some time off working with my dad and just go hang out in like this really rural area. There was this herb farm. We would just like dry up like oregano and rosemary and bottle it. It was the most delicious herbs. And yeah, and then I would just start like I'd try another farm and kind of get into that. When eventually I like found this farm that was like at this farmers market that I used to grow up and go to in Toronto, and I was like, oh, let me try to work on that farm, and I ended up really like making a bunch of friends. And at the time, I was like looking to maybe go to school for agriculture, and then but they were just like, yo, you should just come work here and just like apprentice with us, um and yeah, so I did that for a number of years. I ended up helping like all my other friends start their farms. I was just kind of like the guy that worked on everyone's farms, and it was all like vegetables and or I work. My friend has a flower farm and it's like market garden stuff. So we like would
Yeah.
come to the city and sell our veggies and deliver to restaurants, and it's yeah.
I love it personally. I think that again, a young Ryan would have loved to do something like very Jack Kerouac-esque.
Hey, you can still do it if you want. I highly recommend. Like
physically, I don't think I could.
Yeah,
It's backbreaking, man. I did work on a
it is.
chicken farm in Florida for like a
that's tough.
month, and
Yeah.
it was terrible
That's pretty tough.
in South Florida in the summertime.
I can't imagine that.
I don't know
I don't know if I. Yeah, I like veggies. Animals. I like animals as well, but I just like eating good food. So it's like
Yeah.
when you're growing good food, you just end up eating a lot of good food. And yeah, but yeah, I like ended up like that was like when I first started working on that farm, the one that I was like apprenticing at. They I ended up just like moving out. That was like the first time I kind of really moved away from home, and I was living there for like I've been living there ever since. Like I bought a property there with my family, and I'm more in the city now. But they just retired, and they're like they have a huge garden out there, and yeah, so I'm lucky to still have that in my life, you know.
Super cool. Lots of bands, lots of fantastic bands are from Canada. We've had many of them on. You mentioned, Shad, and why do you think that is? Like so many good, especially right now. Think about like there's so many good indie bands or
Yeah,
folky musicians coming from Canada.
I don't know.
Bananas.
I feel like Canada's just always had I think it's got a good music scene. Like a lot of my favorite bands are Canadian, but maybe that's just because I'm living here, but I don't know. I don't really know why. There's
A
just
lot
like,
of my favorite bands are Canadian, and I
yeah,
don't live even
I
close to
can't.
it.
I should ask people. I should have this conversation with my fellow Canadian musicians. Be like, I don't know. I mean, maybe they're. I mean, I don't. There's a lot of great bands. I don't know. We love a lot of bands around here. I don't know. It's like, is there a lot of good bands from Florida? Are you from Florida?
There, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
On paper, not in here.
In the heart, no.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always surprised by some of the people I find out are from Florida, but they're good ones are few and far between. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I don't know. I guess like Canada's like even though it's a huge country, it's like really small population,
mhm.
and like Toronto is like the most dense like area,
Mhm.
and but like smaller like the capital cities of other provinces are just like not even, I don't know, it's like really small towns,
Yeah.
and or not, they're just really small cities, and there's these scenes that like I think people are like kind of just like this like culture and scenes where like people like there's a lot of music going on, and eventually they like try to make it out. Everyone's trying to make it out of Canada, I guess, eventually. Um, but
That's what I try
so
to do with Florida. I was trying to get the hell
yeah,
out of here.
because I guess I don't know. I don't really know why. Do you know why?
I
Who do you
don't,
like?
but I
Who?
think that says a lot.
Yeah. Who are some of your favorite Canadian bands?
Well, I remember like Tokyo Police Club is one of my favorite
Oh yeah.
bands. And I remember like going down. Oh, my
Oh,
internet's unstable now. Did I just glitch?
yeah.
Oh, devils. I haven't moved a muscle. Shit.
It's a bad day for the internet.
The
Yeah.
bad internet day. Um, soon we're gonna have internet man like the weather. It's gonna be like, well, internet. I was saying, do you remember a series called Live at Bellwoods?
No, but it's probably, is it like, was it brewery or no?
No, it's the park where
Oh, Bella. Oh yeah, Bella's right. Oh
yeah, there was a YouTube, and so I would just go down rabbit holes on anyone I liked. And again, this is like peak indie. I was living in New York, and Lights was big, Tokyo
Oh
Police
yeah.
Club big, Arcade Fire massive in my
Massive.
world.
Yeah.
So I just think
Feist.
yeah,
Feist is
Feist.
always
There's so
yeah,
many.
so many, yeah.
We just saw the Rural Alberta Advantage. Do you know
Oh
them?
yeah.
Yeah. We just saw
Oh,
them in LA. Yeah.
nice.
It's very
Yeah, a
fun.
friend of mine was gonna go out on tour with them, but I guess there was some COVID stuff happened. And
Oh yeah,
I think
we saw their LA right after their LA show. They announced it like the next day.
oh yeah,
Like we got COVID.
yeah. So oh,
All right, let's get to some more dumb questions here.
yeah.
Since the internet is being dumb. When's the last time you stayed up all night to the dawn's early light?
When was that? I feel like it was recently. Oh well,
This question taken
okay.
from your
This
song title?
was it.
No, you have a song. Don't you have a song called Up All Night or something like that?
So last night. Night was young. Is that?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Last
I
night.
think last night. Yeah, I got a lot of night songs, but okay. So how about this? I was just in Alberta, which is like on the west coast. For me, it was all night because it's like we flew into this festival called North Country Fair, and it was like 3 hours ahead, I guess, or 2 hours ahead. And we played this festival, or 2 hours behind, I guess. So we're Eastern time, they were like Mountain time, I think. Yeah. And we played this festival, and like it wasn't until like whatever, we didn't get home till like 3 a.m., which ended up being 5 a.m. for me. that make sense? Or 6 a.m.
Yep. Although
That's
I don't
kinda
understand time at all.
okay.
I don't
Well, how
understand.
about this other
Abby
time?
does.
Another time was this other music festival that I just like played music all day and all night. It's called Blue Skies. And I don't quite like staying up all day and night. When I start seeing light, I hate it. I'm just like, why? Why am I still up? I'm not gonna get rest.
Yeah, there's something like for
When you
that
start
set.
hearing the birds singing already, I'm
Yeah.
just like, oh man, why did I do this to myself?
Yeah, it just ruins the next couple days.
Yeah.
It's a young man's game. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got some more living to do, my man. Stay up all
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
Stay
Actually,
up all
yeah.
night till the dawn's early light.
This was another time I was on tour. A couple months ago, I was on tour in Europe, and then we played pool. Like my bandmate and I were just like shooting pool, and we just like hung out at this table all freaking night. Actually, that was one of them.
Yeah.
We were okay. Oh, you lived in New York.
Mm-hmm.
We were in Brooklyn.
Okay.
At a place. Oh man, I don't even remember the name of the place. It was sick. It was just dive bar, played pool. We were there like from like 5 o'clock until like 3 in the morning until they closed. We were at the table the whole time, except for when I had to go get some like I went and got falafels to eat.
As
But
one does. Yes. Good
we
choice.
like we felt like we were pool sharks, but we're not. And yeah, we were holding down the table. This guy came in with his own pool cue. I was like, oh shit, I gotta play this guy. And then eventually it came to his turn. We played. I accidentally won. Next thing, I played his girlfriend who's like was a shark, and she was like mean, like mugging me the whole time. I accidentally won, and tried to shake her hand at the end, and she was not having it.
What?
And,
sore loser.
She was just like, and I was just like,
that's even worse than like going like
yeah. I was
this.
just like, hey, sorry. And then I've never had a streak like that since.
One time I was at a bar in New York City, Upper East Side, and I was sitting at the bar, and people were playing darts, and this place was like serious about darts, and this woman needed another teammate for something, and she was like, "You want to play?" And I was like, "I'm not that good. I'm not good at all." And so we proceeded to play, and I was not good, and everyone else was, and she like, not only her but the other team, like they teamed up on me, and they're like, you like fuck you, bro. Like really, like to the point where I was like, I'm sorry, like I don't know what to do anymore. I told you though.
So it's like it sucks when people get too serious about it, but I feel like like I was on a tour, and like every night we were playing pool, my bandmate and I, and we started getting really serious about it. And whenever we like play with someone who wasn't like into the game, we started becoming those people that are like, come on, let's go. What are you doing?
It's one thing to remind someone to go. It's a whole different story. Like, dude, it's your turn. Come on, get in the game. It's a whole other thing to like chastise someone because they're just not on your skill level.
Yeah. That kind of sucks. That's bummer.
Okay, what's your very important question? Because I'm drinking one right now. What's your favorite brand or flavor of seltzer?
There's this like polar seltzer, like polar grapefruit seltzer out of the can.
Yeah,
probably
gotta go.
My
can.
favorite Tops one. And then I don't know, Topo Chico is pretty classic.
Yeah, definitely. I have this new one I like. It's LaCroix. It's called Beach Plum with a B, like a beach plum. And I like it a lot.
Oh, beach.
Yeah. And I've been drinking. I've been drinking also. There's another one from Target. It's caffeinated. It's pretty good.
Nice. Energy sparkling water.
It's not like a Red Bull though.
No. No, the polar seltzer. Like I've bought paletfuls, I feel like, of that stuff.
Yeah.
I
love seltzer. I drink. Do you think there are, and if you do, when's the last time you experienced this, door-to-door salesmen? You think those still exist? This is just an opinion question.
I think definitely still exist.
Abby, what about you? You think those are still around? I'd like to sell you these knives.
Not where I live. but maybe in cities where it's easier to get door to
I've
door.
seen TikToks about it.
You think they're
This
not
guy
like
this guy's like
produced?
selling. I don't know, or maybe he's doing a online version of it, door to door. But this guy was selling this product that's like amazing cleaning product, and he's just like upselling it, and just like he's like sees this guy's like nasty shoes and just starts spraying them and just like cleans it, and they look brand new. Cleans his windows on his cars, and they're like, everyone's like, wow, that thing, like it's just like this amazing cleaner. Side note, I don't know. TikTok.
No, that's fine. That's fine. This just reminded me of something. So I just saw Top Gun, part 2, and great film. And I'm walking out of the film, and there's 2 guys they had like gift bags in their hands, and they're like, hey, we do market samples for this company. Do you here, we're just handing it out at the movie theater. So I took one and I started like, being like, thanks, cool, what is it? And they're like, oh, it's a wallet and like everything about this vegan wallet. And I was like, oh, cool, I'll check it out. Do you have a business card? Blah, blah. They're like, yeah. So all you have to do is buy the wallet and then everything else is free. And I was like, wait, what? No, here you go, man. You can have this back. But they got it into my hand, which I thought was very clever. I was like, good for you. Good try.
Yeah, that's like, that guy was door to door. He was going at the door of the cinema.
The cinema, yeah. Ever swim in jeans?
Swim in jeans.
Yeah.
I feel like I have.
Ever swim in jeans?
That feels very familiar. I think I've done it. But usually I just take my jeans off and just go swimming in my undies but I feel like definitely I've walked around in wet jeans.
I feel like we've all swam in jorts as a kid,
No, yeah, I've never done that. Actually, well, yeah, one time I just accidentally fell in the water with my jeans on.
Okay.
And then that's that familiar feeling. I was at this festival with my friends, and we I was just like went to go look at the water. We were by a lake, and these were really slippery rocks, and I just like fell into the lake, and I was like, these rocks are slippery, and then just fell. And
you can also, I feel like that's a good song. Swimming in jeans, swimming with an apostrophe. Swimming in jeans is a good song title for you. You can have that.
A lot of songs with some apostrophes are good.
Do you speak any other languages?
Yeah, I speak French.
Okay.
And I've been trying to learn Spanish for a long time, but I could speak a bit, I guess, but not confidently.
How do you feel about leftovers? Do you take them home? Do you eat them?
My God, I love leftovers.
Okay.
I don't know I'm like all about leftovers.
I love leftovers.
I'm cooking, and I always make enough for leftovers.
Of course.
Sometimes I'm with people, they're like, I feel like it's gonna be too much. I'm like, you can never cook too much, because then you'll just have leftovers.
Yeah, 100%. And what's the best leftovers, do you think?
I think Thanksgiving.
Ooh, good. I wasn't even going that route. Good answer.
Yeah, turkey stuffing and like mashed potatoes and ham and whatever. All that stuff is really good.
Yeah, that's a really
especially
good
when
answer.
There's stuffing. Like stuffing and gravy. Once I've got the leftovers, and at the end of if there's no more stuffing, and I'm just eating like mashed potatoes and gravy, and like it's not as good, but the whole shebang.
You ever make the sandwich with like the everything on it? With the cranberries, the stuffing, the thing, white bread. Yeah. Now I'm hungry for that.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is like in October in Canada.
Yeah.
And so this one time I was on tour, and we were gone for Thanksgiving, so like we had a day off. We made Thanksgiving dinner at this like Airbnb that we like. Usually we stay in hotels, but it was a Thanksgiving. We're like, let's get an Airbnb, let's cook something up. We had the next couple of days where these Thanksgiving sandwiches were so good on the road. It was like, I still like have that flavor ingrained in my mouth.
Mouth watering.
Yeah.
Can you flip your eyelids inside out?
No.
Do you know anyone who can do that? Have you seen? It's always like a
Uh,
uncle or something like that.
yeah, I don't know any. I probably know someone.
Have you ever seen it? You know, I can't do it. So,
No.
and it like
Hey,
sticks.
maybe I'll be able to do it. Let's see.
Hooey.
No, I can't.
At least, thank you for trying.
Yeah.
If you could recolor the sky, what color would you choose?
Oh, that's a tough question. Hard-hitting questions here. Damn. I don't know. Probably blue again.
Not like red or something, you know, completely
Nah,
different.
that's a boring answer. Yeah, sorry, blue. Probably blue. It's just so nice already.
Silver? No silver. Yeah,
I
no,
can't.
there's no wrong answer. I think that there's
I feel
that
like
is the right.
my life would be ruined. Like just be like, wow, now I have to live with this. It's like you paint your apartment and you can never unpaint it, and you're just like you ruin it for everyone in the world as well. Yeah.
What if you woke up tomorrow and it was just a different shade of blue forever? How long do you think it would take us all to notice?
Probably not. I don't know. Probably
If
long.
it was just slightly off, but it was like that
I feel like the
forever.
colors of the sky is always different. Like sometimes it's more gray blue, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's like blue. You know,
Yeah.
and I don't know. There must be someone keeping track of the colors of the sky.
Oh,
They'll
there's
know.
probably a sky guy.
And then it'll be like some emergency, be like, oh my gosh, I've got to tell someone. And then
Oh my god, it's a different shade.
Yeah, they call. They're like, got to call the president and be like, get the president on the phone. The colors of different sky, you know?
Oh, that's great. Have you ever been to Florida?
Yeah, been to Miami once.
Okay.
I liked it. I went on a cruise. This past February we played a cruise, this blues cruise.
Oh, cool.
And it kind of came. The boat left from Miami, so we had one night in Miami. It's pretty fun.
Did you like go dancing salsa and do cocaine, or
No, we went to this
did you
just
get
like dive bar and
sandwich?
played pool.
Yeah.
Oh, I did get a Cubano and tea and
nice.
coffee. It was sick.
Abby claims that the best Cuban sandwich is at 7-Eleven.
Oh,
I believe next
that.
time you're on the road and you want a Cuban sandwich, I don't disagree. It is very good. Yeah. It's one of those things that you're like, it's surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Speaking of food, do you scramble your egg with milk?
Sometimes, probably, or water. Sometimes I scramble them with nothing. I just scramble them.
Yeah, I don't put anything in it either. Yeah. Water, that's a new one for me. However, back to the J arm. I remember growing up and everyone I knew put milk in scrambled eggs to like fluff it up. Mm-hmm. And now, yeah, I think that's like the J arm. It's a lost art.
No, I'm sure people still do it. Sure.
Like old people too.
No, like I learned that like when I was like young. I was staying at a friend's place and it was like a big, like, kind of like, I guess it was like a sleepover with a bunch of other like young people. And my friend started making scrambled eggs and she must have been like 15 or 16 and did it with milk. She's probably still doing it.
Yeah.
Her parents probably doing it.
You should text her right after this.
Yeah, I probably will.
Do you like personally, do you like surprises?
Yeah, probably. I could deal with good or bad surprises. Yeah. Oh yeah. A couple of years ago I had a surprise party for my birthday. I was really surprised.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Thanks, man. It did not like I like bumped into one of my friends that I had like doesn't live. It was like this party my girlfriend had set at one of her friends' place. So I was just like going to pick her up. She's like, just come pick me up at my friend's place. And then I'm parking, and then like as I'm like parallel parking, I'm like looking back, and I see like my other friends are just sitting in their car. I'm just like, oh my gosh, Kat and Strummer are there. Like, what the heck? What a coincidence. And they're all dressed fancy or like dressed nice. I'm just like, yo, what's up? Oh my gosh, it's so cool to see it. That's, you know, it's crazy. I also saw my other friend's van like parked over there. And just like, it's so weird. I'm just like seeing all these people.
You
And
know
then,
what's wild on the flip side is whoever, like your girlfriend or whoever threw the party, was furious at them.
no, she was like thankful because I think they were trying to be chill, and everyone was like in the house. And then I was just like talking to my friend Kat, and they're musicians as well. And I was like, yo, what are you guys doing in the city? Because they didn't live in Toronto. They're like, oh yeah, we're just like doing like a rehearsal kind of thing. Like, you guys are dressed so sharp for a rehearsal. Sick, good on you. And then she's like, hey, actually, you think I could? They were like they're nervous. It's like, hey, do you think I could just like use your friend's bathroom while we're here? And it's like, oh yeah, sure. And I like, there's a video they have, like we have a video of me like getting surprised, and I like, you hear me opening the door. I'm like, yo, guess what? Who I found? It's Kat Strummer. And then he was like, oh wow. And then like, oh, I also saw Aaron's van was down the road. It's so weird. And then I like still don't get it. And I like walk into the room, and I like see like one friend that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm like, oh hey, what are you doing here? I still don't get it until like I turn around and all these people are there.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
yeah. I think the thing was, it was like a couple of weeks before my birthday because I had to go on tour. So it was like I was like, it's not. I wouldn't have clicked anyway.
I don't think I've ever been involved or on the receiving end of a surprise party.
It's pretty fun.
I love surprises, so I just they don't happen.
Yeah.
So good for you, brag.
We'll have to surprise you sometime.
Yeah, we'll do a surprise birthday party. October is my birthday. When's your birthday?
October 5th.
Well, we got 3 October peeps here.
Oh.
Yeah, mine's the 26th and Abby's is the 18th.
Nice.
So way to go.
Are we all?
Cool.
Is that all Libra? What are you?
I mean, if you believe in that,
I'd never know what
that voodoo. I'm a Scorpio.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, forget. Scorpio's right after.
Yeah.
One of my best buds is a Scorpio. I always forget.
Have you ever played a harpsichord?
Yeah. What are those things again? They're
I have no idea.
I think I have. There's like 3 different things that I'm like imagining what harpsichords are.
Isn't that the little like wooden like half triangle thing, and it's like a harp but with the like little metal bing 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 things? I don't know.
Or it's the big one that's like a piano. Okay, yeah.
Piano one.
Yeah, I've played one of those.
It usually has like 2.
Yeah.
I think the thing I'm thinking of is the auto harp or something like that. Yeah.
Auto harp.
You ever harpsichord though then? Now that
Yeah,
what it is.
Yeah, I've played one before.
What about a harp? Have you ever played a harp?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. One time I was young, and there was this big like I was homeschooled, and we like had this like a guy that we had like this homeschool group with a bunch of kids, and we'd do like activities. And one time we had this activity where this guy just has like a bunch of instruments and just like brought them, and just like we could all just kind of learn about different instruments and music. And that's cool. Probably when I played the harp there. Harpsichord, I think I played one at like this like antique shop that it was like very old and out of tune.
Okay. Not a question. I love this lyric, and I just wanted to say thanks for this lyric. It's not the gold in my belly that's holding me down. The water that I'm under weighs 1,000,000 pounds. Man, that's good shit, dude.
Thanks, man.
That's solid gold, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all I got. Do you
Yeah.
follow us on Instagram?
I think so.
Well, do it now.
Okay.
And also, everyone follow Bothering the Band on Instagram, follow Jeremie Albino on Instagram. And if
Doing
you
it
could,
now. I think I must be.
yeah.
There you go.
Thank you. That's our shameless plug.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't done it.
No
I feel
worries.
like we were
No
messaging
worries.
and just assume when we're talking on the Instagram that we're
When
friends already.
if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And by that, I mean, we just force you on the air to do it.
Yeah.
If what musician, live or dead, would you like to quote unquote bother? And then what really silly, stupid question would you ask them? Tough one.
Oh, man, that is a tough one.
It's like the sky.
I don't know if I'd want to bother. I don't know. What would I ask?
I'm thinking of Canadian musicians: Celine Dion, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell.
Yeah, I feel like I'd Rush. Yeah.
Right.
No, I think I'd probably want to meet Harry Belafonte. I mean, he's passed away,
Ooh.
but and
That's a
I don't know what
good
I'd ask
one.
him. I would be like, I don't know. Yeah, I think my top record, like my favorite record of all time, is Harry Belafonte live at Carnegie Hall, and I'd just be like, ask him how the show was. I don't know.
I mean, that's a great practical music question. You know, like what'd you like? What didn't you like?
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
show?
I'd probably like, yeah, I'd want to just like know more about the show because it's just like a really sick record, and the show is just like amazing. I'm like, I don't know. When you're like a musician, I really love the performing part of making music. So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like I pull from that stuff just in general and when I'm making music and performing. So it's always cool to just be awesome to ask him. But
I think that's a great answer because that's essentially, in essence, why we started this is because we love hearing the behind the scenes doesn't really do it. So that's why we do this, you know. That being said, what's next for Jeremie Albino?
what is next? I mean, this whole summer I'm playing just a bunch of festivals. It's like festival season, I guess. So
Yep.
yeah, like every weekend we're somewhere. I guess we're playing Chicago this weekend. Next weekend we're in Winnipeg. After that we're Edmonton Folk Festival. We're doing this festival called Beach Road Weekend in Martha's Vineyard. It's crazy.
Cool.
Yeah, it's just a lot of touring coming up. Got a fall tour coming up, and I think some other stuff probably lined up for later in the fall. And I'm working on a record right now. Hopefully, be finished making that soon. I don't know. And I think hopefully be putting it out maybe the end of this year, maybe the start of next year. And yeah, I've got another record that I'm kind of got on the back burner that I'm trying to put together and just making music, you know.
Well, we dig it, and Passed On is fantastic.
Oh, thanks, man.
I gravitate, maybe because I'm a writer, I gravitate towards the lyrics, and you got some fantastic lyrics. And
Thanks, man.
Tell the folks where to find you and all that.
Yeah, you can find me just Jeremie Albino. This is Jeremie, Jeremie, Albino, like albino. And it's usually just that on all the social things. And yeah,
your social security number, or no, you're Canadian, so you don't have social security numbers.
Oh, we got one of those. We got those.
Yeah.
But I won't tell you that one.
You tell everyone your parents' phone number.
Yeah. You can
I was going to say something else. Oh, have you ever met or do you personally know any real albinos? Also, is that a derogatory term? Should I not be saying that?
I don't know. I don't think so.
It is now.
I think no, I haven't met. Actually, oh yeah, I did actually. Yeah, one time after a show, actually, and I was like, oh yeah, albino. I'm an albino too. I forget where that was though. Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, we can't thank you enough for doing our silly question podcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
We're big fans. Thank your team too. Whoever we were dealing with was so helpful, and for changing locations. And we hope to see you on the road. We'll let you know when this little bad boy comes out.
I'll let you know next time I'm in Florida or Wyoming.
Please do. Or Salt Lake for her.
Salt Lake.
She's not opposed to drive to Salt Lake.
Or you guys let me know when you're up in Toronto or wherever. Canada. It's very far, but maybe I can make the drive.
Yeah, that's all we got, man. That's our show. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks,
and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, talk to you later. Birds on the line sway as the wind blows. The sun shines and the fields of golden glow. Don't know where we're going, we're just passing by. You and me, darling, it's all gonna be fine. Oh, it's all gonna be fine. 'Cause we're rolling, oh, rolling down the line. Hope we make it home on time. Oh, rolling down the line. Hope we make it home on time. Rolling down the road, oh, we're feeling fine. You and me, darling, we're gonna have a time. As we near the water, we're stopping for a swim. Summer heat's a feeling, so we just jump right in. Oh, we just jump right in. 'Cause we're rolling, oh, we're rolling, oh, we're rolling down the line. Hope we make it home on time. Oh, we're rolling down the line. Hope we make it home on time. Half a mile from home, coming around the bend. Sun's still shining, so might just do it all again. Might just do it all again. 'Cause we're rolling, oh, we're rolling, oh, we're rolling down the line. Hope we make it home on time. Oh, we're rolling down the line. Hope we make it home